HRV is one of the most exciting innovations in the chiropractic profession. And it's become one of the most important tools in our practice to be able to accurately measure and observe how well a person adapts to everyday life, how resilient they are, how well a person recovers, they regenerate, they rebuild every single day, or whether a person is locked in or wound up in a distressed or an exhausted or even a weakened state. You see, what we're seeing today over and over again is there's a lot of people locked into a protective fight, flight, or freeze, or what we'd call a sympathetic response. Limiting that essential repair, restoration, rest, or recovery function that's absolutely essential for health and well-being and to be able to lead an awesome life. You see, what's worse is if a person has been in this state for many, many years, they're beginning to show up with their physiology in such a weakened, distressed, and often exhausted state. Fortunately for us, all of this is measurable by our HRV system. And even more thankfully, but probably not surprisingly for us, and what we're seeing in practice over and over again, is chiropractic has been proven in research time and time again to positively influence and balance the variability of the nerve system so it amplifies a person's ability to adapt to and respond to life challenges and recover when they need to. So how does the HRV work? You see, HRV is, in its simple form, a measure of your resilience or your adaptability to what life throws your way. In its basic understanding, the HRV measures the changes in the time between each heartbeat, which provides us with an insight in your body's response to stress and its body response to day-to-day living. Getting a little bit geekier, our heartbeats are not meant to be regular. A 60 beat per minute heart rate does not beat exactly every second in a healthy individual. Sometimes it's slightly less, sometimes slightly more than a second, so that a healthy person remains in a variable and adaptable state, maintaining a high level or ability to adapt to and respond to whatever's going on in life. In a response to a stressful event or a stressful part of your life, the sympathetic nerve system of our body triggers a response so that we can get ready for that stress. Our pupils dilate so we can see the stress. Our liver releases energy stores so we can have enough energy to be able to respond. Our digestive system slows down or shuts down because we don't need that. Our heart rate increases to pump extra blood and oxygen throughout the body so we can deal with that level of stress that comes our way. Now, on our HRV report, this response presents itself with a recording where this white dot moves across to the left-hand side. And if the stress response is maintained for a long period of time, it not only moves to the left, but our body can't sustain this level of stress or the physiology in a stress response for a long period of time. So our body begins to weaken and that white dot begins to go lower and lower and lower, decreasing your resilience and your level of adaptability or your ability to repair, restore, rest, and recover. If everything's working well, however, and the stress is reduced or removed, that other branch of our nerve system, the parasympathetic nerve system, gradually puts on the brakes, slows and calms things down for rest, recovery, restore, and your recording, that white dot on our recording, goes back to a balanced state. Your body can rebuild, restore, repair, and fully recover, and it starts rising up to a nice high level back into that green box. And in essence, when you're in the green box, you're fully charged and you're fully adaptable and fully resilient. Now, the longer that your stress is in your system, the longer that your body's locked into a stress response, even if the stress is gone, the further you move away from an adaptable state, the further you move down from the nice, strong, resilient state, and the further you progress or decline through the stages that we see on our scan into a distressed state, into an exhausted state, into a vulnerable, weakened state, no longer to be able to do all the things you want to do, and most likely starting to get signs and signals from your body that you aren't in the best healthy state you possibly can be. So why is this important to chiropractic? You see, the link between what we find in the spine and the tension throughout the nerve system provides us with a window in finding interference to the function of your nerve system and its role in assessing and responding and adapting to your everyday needs. You see, it's your nerve system's role to assess your environment, assess what's going on around you, assess what's going on inside you, and then it assesses the stresses and the forces involved in your life, and it changes your physiology to be able to respond to that stress, to be able to adapt to that stress. If the nerve system is working beautifully, if the nerve system has no interference. So what we look for as chiropractors is any area of the spine that's linked to the nerve system that could be causing interference to this process, interference to the ability of your nerve system to assess your environment, to understand what's going on, and to be able to respond to that. You know, in chiropractic and advanced health chiropractic, it's important for us to not only reach those initial health goals that you arrive with, but it's essential for us to be able to accurately measure your ability to be able to adapt to what life throws your way, to be able to live the lifestyle that you're after, to be resilient, to live that lifestyle you choose, and to know with absolute certainty that you are healthy, you are stronger, and you're more capable of living the life you choose. You know, in essence, the reason we love HRV so much is it measures how much reserve capacity a person has, how much healing capability a person has, how much adaptability to life a person has, and whether their battery is full or whether they're at their maximum healing and maximum recovery potential. Our HRV scan is one of 3 scans that we make the invisible visible. It's one of 3 scans that we perform at the beginning of every care plan and to gather a baseline and regularly throughout your care plan journey with us to make sure that you are rebuilding, that you are regenerating, that eventually you're maintaining that amazing, resilient, adaptable state that you're capable of. You know, every single one of us has an amazing potential and we have one life to live. So why not we all make sure that we're in the most adaptable state possible so that we can give life heaps and make the most out of every single day. This is the reason for HRV. It's pure chiropractic. It's the chiropractic lifestyle.